Bruce Power that make that happen. And all of us, unfortunately, in our lives will be touched by cancer. Impacts ourselves, our friends, our loved ones, our community. And what I always say is it's our role at Bruce Power to do everything we can to put the right tools in the toolbox for frontline healthcare workers. And so thanks for sharing your story, and we'll definitely keep it up. I'm always a little bit embarrassed when I'm up here and Christine John sings the national anthem, because I'm standing at the back and she's singing. And of course, it's appropriate and respectful to sing the national anthem, but I don't want to sing it loud enough that anybody's going to pick up my voice. And so Christine, great job on the national anthem. I sure as hell hope nobody picked up my voice in behind when you were singing, because you just did a fantastic job. What I always really appreciate about this Scottish Festival, there's really three things. The first is that happens the first Saturday every year in July. But what's most important about that is that it comes after Canada Day. And you can drive around the community, whether it's in Kincardine, Saugeen Shores, throughout Bruce County, and it is so heartwarming to see all the Canadian flags everywhere. And I think it goes without saying, what we've been through as a country the last 6 to 8, 9 months, it's really been a great opportunity for us to reflect on why we are so proud to be Canadian. And I think the Scottish Festival is a really good example of that. We're here in a small Canadian rural community where we're celebrating other cultures, other countries, how we've come together as a community. And so I know Duncan's already said it, but I want to say it again. Tony and everybody with a green shirt, everybody that is part of this Scottish Festival, it's so easy after a successful event to say, isn't it great we do that? It takes real, significant, ongoing, dedicated leadership. I remember during COVID-19, Tony and the team working to keep this going through the more difficult years. I mean, it's that perseverance that allows all of us to come and have a fun weekend. So thank you very much, Tony, for everything you do. The final thing I want to say is there are, Bruce Power, we're proud to be here. As I've said to Tony, Duncan said it. Duncan's right, I do steal his lines, I embellish his stories a little bit, but you can always count on Bruce Power to be here for the Scottish Festival. We are always going to be here. You don't even need to put the sponsorship application in, we're going to do it. But what I often say, and I said this at Rock the Docks a couple of weeks ago up at the Davidson Center, is often the larger sponsors like Bruce Power get a lot of the recognition. And don't get me wrong, I don't mind that. But it's really important that we recognize everybody who contributes, whether you're a small business, whether you're an individual. People in small communities contribute what they can. They contribute their time, they contribute their resources. And then so when I look at this from a Bruce Power perspective, as Duncan said, we're just doing our part like everybody else. We don't need special recognition. We're truly honored to just be a part of it. So have a fantastic time. For those of you that are coming from outside of the community, open up your wallets and go and shop in those amazing small businesses downtown. They sponsor our hockey teams, they sponsor our baseball, and they made this happen too. So thanks very much for having me. And tell me I'm praying for great weather, my friend.
Thank you, James. Very kind words indeed. And I think all of our speakers have given us very, very kind accolades, and without them, and without their sponsorship, without the small businesses that James alluded to, we cannot make this possible. And most of all, without our volunteers. They are the essence of this festival. They're the nucleus, so to speak, without no pun intended, James. But they are the people that make this work. This weekend cannot work without them. I can't do it. All we can do as a board is build up to that. When it starts almost like a snowball going downhill, you can't stop it. So you better make sure that the guys that are pitching it down that hill know what direction we're going in. And I'll tell you, our team, my board, and all the sponsors, and all the volunteers that help us make this a success. So thank you to them from the bottom of my heart, because they make this special, not me, they do. That's community, sponsors, everybody involved in this, the media, everybody. Thank you so much. I'm proud to be living in this area for 48 years. It's my home, and always will be my home. Thank you.
Woo-hoo!
Thanks very much. So I have to introduce our MC. Without that, we have to have the Scottish guys at MC, right? It has to be. There's none better than Andy McBride. So Andy's going to be our MC for the weekend, and he's going to be a great guy to tell you everything, tell you a few jokes now. He's a great guy, he really is. The bands all like him, they all get to know him, and he'll be here all weekend. And you want to say a few words, Andy?
Well, it's nice to see everybody. Kirkmere Pass, 100,000 welcomes.
Woo!
I would like to say a few words. This is year 26 and I've been doing this for quite a while, well over 20 years. It takes over 200 volunteers to put this on. Over the weekend, 400 plus competitors. That's the commitment that people have to this very, very special place. And these are very, very special people here that all make it happen in this beautiful, beautiful setting on the shores of Loch Huron. We're going to make it Loch Huron. So hopefully you can enjoy the weekend. And if you're not Scottish, well, you can be Scottish here in Kincardine. You can buy a kilt, you can wear a Scottish t-shirt, you can march with a pipe band and just be part of Scottish culture. That's what it's all about, as we said earlier on. And that's all I got to say, is to say.
Thanks very much, Andy. I'd like to thank the Teeswater Pipe Band for coming out to help us here to open the festival tonight. Thank you guys for coming along. Very nice. So at this stage now, we have to hand it back to the Laird of Loch again. Our great Grand Chieftain, Duncan, is now going to officially inaugurate these all into Clan Kincardine, and then he will officially open the games.
All right, that's my final job now. If everyone can stand as they're able. Actually, I just made that up. Sit back down. What are you talking about? I just wanted to see if you'd do it. That's the power I've got. But I just want to say, I hope you all enjoy the weekend, and I want to declare the Kincardine Scottish Festival officially open. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. And I'd just publicly like to acknowledge Duncan Hawthorne and congratulate him on behalf of us all. The other day, he got the Commonwealth Medal from His Majesty the King.
Ooh.
King Charles.
Congratulations. Congratulations.
Very, very well deserved.
That's great. So,
Okay.